Hi there. It's a pleasure to join you here at Medigate's conference. My name is Matthew Guarini, and I'm a Senior Research Director at Forrester. My team does research for Chief Technology Officers, for Chief Information Officers, and Chief Digital Officers. We call those leaders tech execs. And it's our focus on tech execs where we're trying to help them build great technology strategies that enable them to deliver on customer obsession. Forrester research shows that customer-obsessed companies outperform the others. They get the highest revenues, the highest profitability, the best client satisfaction, and they get the best employee satisfaction. It's a wonderful set of opportunities if you can get customer obsessed. And the challenge while we've done all this research about customer obsession has been, how do you actually build a technology strategy that enables customer obsession? And we think we finally unlocked the key. So a few years ago, one of our best and brightest was doing some research around what made individuals successful with technology. And when we looked at that research, we got really interested to say, could we take that insight and apply it to the enterprise? And when we did our research, we found that we could. And when we did that work, we came up with something that we call the Future Fit technology strategy. Future Fit is a customer-obsessed approach where you can quickly reconfigure business structures, capabilities, and strategies to seize on opportunity using three capabilities. The capabilities are resilience, adaptiveness, and creativity. And so when you think about resilience, that's often where a lot of tech shops start. And unfortunately, that's where too many of them end. And during the pandemic, we saw a lot of examples of great resilience, but some were greater than the others. And leaders were much greater than others. So a lot of people were really just doing resilience just to be able to survive. The leaders were using their resilience to get ahead. They were using resilience as competitive advantage to deliver their brand promise, regardless of the situation. They were finding new ways to engage customers with new products, new services, new experiences. And this made them create market advantage. The second trait, adaptive. It comes from nature. Adaptive organisms respond to external stimuli, and they survive and thrive. Our research shows that adaptive teams and adaptive companies do the same thing. They use predictive insights, and from those predictive insights, they quickly respond by moving people, capital, and technology to seize opportunity or respond to challenge. The third dimension, creative. A lot of people talk to me about, we don't do creative, but anybody can do creativity. It's just thinking different about how to solve your problems. Tech has an added advantage when it comes to creative. The technology solutions that you deploy create more time and more knowledge. What leaders do with more time and more knowledge is they direct their people to use that extra time and knowledge to create. They find ways to go out and build those new experiences, to develop new solutions, to create new products. And our research shows that that's what happens with leaders. Now, it's simple to talk about Future Fit and how adaptive, creative, and resilient can get you ahead. But there's also some core drivers that enable those key capabilities that you see. And the three drivers are a flavor of people, process, and technology. I'm going to handle those in reverse order. So on the technology front, while you still have to think back to technology, we suggest that people really focus on the platforms that they need. Platforms done right, not too many, not too few, the kind of Goldilocks zone, but if you have the right platform strategy, it's going to give you the ability to reduce complexity. It's going to give you the ability to scale faster and much more to innovate on. And so platforms are a great way to get ahead with technology. The second dimension is around, instead of process, it's practices. For years, we've been trying to optimize on process. Companies have made their name around business process reengineering. But the fact of the matter, in today's world, you've got practices that are cross-functional approaches with shared business accountability, where they can work together with more governance, with less governance and much more transparency and much quicker speeds to deliver outcomes. And then the third dimension, or the third key driver I want to talk about, instead of people, it's partners. Now, don't get me wrong, people are absolutely critical. But in today's world, partners are going to assume more and more importance for everything that you do. The reason for this is we're seeing a lot of challenges in today's marketplace. In your role, often your ability to invest is limited. Your ability to get the talent you need, keep the talent you need, grow the talent you need, faces more and more challenge. Your ability to take on risk. Also, your ability to deliver fast, to get ahead of the market. They're all challenges that we face when we look at how we're going to try and look at those principles of future fit. So when we look at the marketplace, we're seeing the big tech companies, large consultancies, and then even key market players across different industry verticals where they are starting to offer solutions that companies can take advantage of, that increase their resilience, that increase their adaptiveness, and can eventually increase their creativity and make the company more future fit. And if you get more future fit, you get more customer obsessed. So what does it look like when you talk about these partnerships? We call these partnerships co-innovation partnerships. These co-innovation partnerships are really fronted by these big companies that have the time and the money to invest. They invested in core solutions. They invested in emerging technologies. They have access to data. They bring in ecosystems of partnerships of their own that make these solutions they develop to be end-to-end. And then they help to spread the risk because their ability to have delivered these in real experiences and then bring them into other companies really makes it much more of a viable proposition moving forward. Now, when you look at these partnerships, some of the advantages is that real world experience, that real point of view of how to deliver a solution within a certain industry. They also bring the ability to orchestrate value and unlock future opportunities. They share risk and reward. And this is really important. To get this done right, you really need to think of a new way of contracting, but that way of contracting is around delivering on outcomes. Now, when I was a CIO, that was a little thorny thing to do because people are always worried about, will I give up too much value? But as we get more sophisticated in our delivery, outcome-based contracts are becoming much more prevalent, especially in today's environment as remote delivery becomes much more prevalent. So when we look at these opportunities, we see that these partners that are coming in with platforms of their own to fill that technology void, they're bringing in practices. So they're bringing those 3 Ps of future fit together. And what they're doing is they're enabling companies to implement solutions that increase their speed, reduce their complexity, and create greater value. And then how the companies then build on top of that to differentiate is what's going to set apart the winners from the losers. So as we look forward to this, there's some key messages that you need to understand of how you make these things opportunity and what you look for in a partner. The first thing you want to look for is trust. You need to trust these partners because before, when we used to talk in the old days about outsourcing and offshoring, it was much more of the kind of rote tasks. But these co-innovation partnerships that we're seeing emerge are really now much more getting into the core strategy of the company, places that deliver real value. So trust is paramount. Hand in hand with trust is the concept of transparency. So making sure that everything that's done between the two partners is understood and made sure that people see the reasons for why decisions are made. The next point's around reliability. Reliability really delivers trust, but the fact of the matter is you need to show that you can deliver your solution and create that value for the customer. The next dimension is around innovation. You don't get to the point where you just implement these solutions and move on. You need to continually innovate these solutions. So like I said, companies can create on top of them, but the company working with the partner can also create new opportunities as that industry knowledge really becomes a core asset. And then the last one that we see is around the customer experience. And the customer experience in this relationship is that experience that the partner delivers to the company. And it's important that that is a great relationship because our research shows that customer-obsessed companies, as I said at the beginning, have the highest revenue, the highest profitability, the highest customer satisfaction, and the highest employee satisfaction. So to come full circle, I think as you look to move forward, your company needs to think about the customer, the end customer. And to get there, you need concepts like future fit. And a key element of that future fit is how you're going to work with partners in the future to drive new values. It's been my pleasure to join you today, and I hope you have a great rest of the conference. Thank you very much.